Hi everyone and welcome to Today with Adeyinka, where I talk about anything that comes to mind. So today I want to be talking about the rule of law and our leadership in Nigeria. It's a very sad time for majority of us in the country. And let me start by saying, even from the elementary schools, when children go to school, the first thing everybody try to imbibe, even at home as mothers, what we want to imbibe is the do's and don'ts. Don't do this, don't do that. Do this, don't do that. If you do this, these are the consequences. If you don't do that, these are the consequences. And I'm just going to start by saying, as little as WhatsApp groups are, I want to believe some of us, our viewers, my viewers, belong to one WhatsApp group or the other. And in most cases, the WhatsApp admin will say, okay, these are the rules. And I also know that when people, members of that group, violate the law, the admins take out actions. It could be they remove you from the group. It could be they call your attention to what you have done. But I just want to talk about the rule of law and our leaders in this country. I've been privy to go to court and listen to cases and everything, and I realized that they keep going back to the constitution, they keep going back to the law. You'll be hearing things like in section subsections so. But today I want to talk about the issue of Showore, Omoyele Showore, the AAC presidential candidate for the last election, and a whole lot of other people that are still in prison. I'm not saying this because I feel they are right. I'm not saying they are wrong. That's not the topic for today. But the topic for today is, why can't we just obey the law? By laying good example to everybody, for everybody. I know when he was arrested because of this revolution now, I'm not here to debate whether it's right to have said it's revolution now or not. But I'm just debating why a court will give an order that this person should be released on bail. And as a country, we will not obey that law. I know when he was initially arrested, what the government was agitating for is to be held for 90 days. And the Femi Falana, which is his lawyer, objected that. And at the end of the day, they gave him 45 days, which everybody saw as, okay, 45 days will be here. But now, 45 days is here. And the court, Justice Taiwo, granted him bail. And yet, the government is still holding him ransom or captive, whatever the case may be. For whatever reason, the government is still holding him, either because of the magnitude of the offense. But we, the citizens, we are wondering that if at that level, if the government and the law we look up to cannot even obey a simple court order, what example are you laying for us, for our day-to-day activities? I was having a conversation with a friend of mine a few weeks ago, and the friend was telling me that the problem we have in this country is corruption. And I beg to differ. As far as Adeyinka is concerned, the problem we have in this country is lawlessness and absence of consequences. And what do I mean by that? Even in our day-to-day activities, when we go out, we see traffic light red and we continue. Is that also corruption? It's not corruption, it's lawlessness and absence of consequences. And even when things have gone sour, there are no consequences. Nobody is enforcing anything. So, looking at the case of El Sazaki, looking at the case of Dasuki, looking at the case of Showore, please don't quote me wrong. I'm not saying what they have done is wrong, but all I am saying is, why can't the government just obey a rule of law? I know we operate three arms of government, the judiciary, and there has always been argument that the judiciary is not standing on its own. The judiciary still takes orders from the executive, which shouldn't be. So it gives me cause for concern it gives me cause for concern, because we at this low level, you know, within ourselves, when you meet someone, when somebody is owing you and you say you are owing me, and the person will say, I beg, even Central Bank, they owe money. It's the same thing. If the government cannot obey the rule of law, that okay, release this person on bail, collect all his travel documents, and what the court said is Femi Falana should be able to provide him when the court needs him. But lo and behold, he was not granted bail. It's going to like 50 days now. So my own worries and my own concerns are that for the citizens on the road, the average Nigerian, how do you want us to relate when you say, okay, the government has come up with this law, with this rule? How do you, as a government now, in court, how do you want us to comply with those rules and regulations, with those laws, when you cannot lay by example? You know, they say leadership leads by example. You know, my mom would say it when we were growing up, that if you leaders that are making these laws cannot abide by these rules of law, then we citizens, how do you want us to coexist? How do you want us to relate with one another when the top, as far as I am concerned, has a lot of issues to deal with? So for today, I'm ending it. Thanks so much for staying with us. Drop your comments, like my page, and if you have any topic you think I should touch on, please feel free to drop your comments at the comment section. See you next time.